After the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Route trip, I headed back to Moab where I picked up my wife for the drive home. Along the way, we stopped at Arches National Park, the Anasazi Museum, Bryce Canyon, and Cedar breaks before heading north to visit friends. Good morning. I'm in Moab, Utah. We got a spare day, so I'm going to drive a couple of the trails before I pick up Ann tomorrow. This is the first time I've been to Moab. Pretty place. So we'll see what today looks like. It looks like a traffic jam is what it looks like. While waiting to pay the fee at the entrance booth to the Sand Flats Recreation Area, I saw these side-by-sides moving up the trail. Okay, the traffic jam was at the entrance station where there was a booth where you needed to pay to use the facilities out here. And I got a day pass, and the plan is just to follow the road and enjoy the beautiful views. The main road through the Sand Flats Recreation Area can be done with any vehicle. Just the side trails that are four-wheel drive only. This Sand Flats trail is nice. This eventually loops back around into Highway 191, which will take me back to Moab. But it's just gorgeous in here. Looks like we're going to go up on the rim. It's an interesting rock formation ahead of us. Actually, several interesting rock formations. I crossed over from the Sand Flats Recreation Area to the Monte La Salle National Forest. Be working my way more or less south and seeing sights. This is what all this is about, whether it's backpacking or bicycling or anything else in the backcountry. It's about seeing the sights and being away from people. Oh, we got some aspens up here. Ooh, look at that. Ain't that cool? That is definitely a cool rock formation. And I'm back on pavement, headed for Moab. Coming down off the mesa top. That was a nice drive. Boy, this is a great road. Views like that just put a smile on my face. Moab dead ahead of me, nestled down in the valley between the mesas. Today is Ann's birthday and I'm headed to the Moab airport to pick her up. Some of my trips overlap her birthday, so I try to do something special, like fly her to a place she wants to visit and pick her up at the end of my trip. Then we can drive back home together.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're all set with your pass there. Today's a free day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Would you like a park map?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Park lies atop an underground salt bed that is responsible for the arches, spires, balanced rocks, sandstone fins, and eroded monoliths of this mecca for sightseers. Thousands of feet thick in places, the salt bed was deposited across the Colorado Plateau 300 million years ago.
Oh, this is impressive. You can see through there.
Oh, wow. Just be sure that you keep your eyes on the road most of the time.
Looks like the bottom layer was here first, and then there's something else happened
Pushed up.
where that line is, and then there's another layer on top of it. So.
Easily imagine one of those things falling off. It would be fun to see a deer
There's another crack. You can see through right there.
Yeah. Looks a little bit like one of the episodes of Star Trek.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go. There's an arch.
Yep.
Ooh, those are neat.
Yep.
Time to get out and walk around.
Wonder how they decided on how to do the boundaries.
Yeah. Heading back to the entrance station, we stopped at some of the arches we bypassed on the way in. Ooh. There's balancing rock.
Yep.
Ooh, there's an arch. Straight ahead.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's some people up on that one.
There's a little tiny one there.
Big one over there.
Right. In the right light, that could be the one that's featured all the time.
Oh, straight ahead. You got the two that are sort of set back in, and then one.
Right.
You can see the people in it.
Haven't seen the people yet.
Boy, those are big. They don't go through, but they're really big arches up there.
Uh-huh.
That rock formation looks like Godzilla. The rock formation on top looks like a peep. After visiting Arches, we hung out and had lunch in Moab. Later that evening, we went out on the twilight dinner cruise up the Colorado River.
This part here, though, this is not part of the highway. All this right here, that's a biking path. Everything you see is sandstone, sedimentary sediments that come out of other part of the world by wind and water. And that's where most of the arches are located, in the untrodden sandstone. Yeah, they do jump off that up there. We, about a week ago, we had a couple jump off. Just for fun, let's find out where everybody comes from. Oh, look, there's a little bit of a moon up there. A lot of people do camp along the bank of the river, though.
And now, not reptiles, but mammal hordes prevailed upon the earth.
Today we are leaving Moab and heading for Boulder, Utah. Well, bye-bye Moab, goodbye.
Bye-bye, Colorado. I can now say I've been on the Colorado.
Yep. You satisfied with the tour we did of Arches?
Yeah.
Good.
Were you?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, lots of people heading out.
Right.
I'm glad we came early yesterday. Lots of people heading in. Rocks look a lot redder today with the sun on them versus the hazy sky. Well, parts of Utah are definitely beautiful, and parts are definitely pretty barren. I was thinking that the only reason there's this vegetation strip along the road is that when it rains, the water sheds sideways off the roads.
Uh-huh.
So that area gets more water than the part that's just outside it. Because that out there is pretty barren.
A lot of green.
The sides of the cut make for a nice entrance to it.
Yeah.
Mushroom Rock. Dixie National Forest.
National Forest.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wet and wild, precious mountain waters.
Yeah, and usually the rock is, the soil up here is pretty thin. We spent the night at Pohl's Place in Boulder, and this morning we toured the Anasazi Museum. The museum shelters the ruins of one of the largest Anasazi communities found west of the Colorado River. Known as the Coombs site, it is believed to have been occupied from 1160 to 1235 and may have housed as many as 200 people. The remains of more than 100 structures have been found on the site, along with thousands of artifacts. We're on a sort of a narrow,
Top of a mesa or whatever.
yeah, narrow mesa or not a ledge, but steep grades, sharp curves. Yeah, this is a little spooky.
Good, I hope that means you'll not go too
What's up?
fast.
Just like the backbone. That's what we're on, the backbone.
Oh, okay.
14%. Going down. Oh, they have a guardrail here. How novel. The road to Bryce Canyon passes through Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument.
Wow, look at this and think about how it was made.
Boy, they must love driving this road. That would be kind of a challenge. Oh yeah. Welcome to Bryce Canyon National Park. Just like at Arches, we drove straight to the end of the road and stopped at the various viewpoints coming back down. No good views so far. Just like paved road driving through the forest.
Right.
We only got better views going down the hill than we did coming up.
Sure.
In Arches, these formations are called arches. In Bryce, they are called bridges. The difference is in how they were formed. Bridges are formed by water erosion. Arches are formed by freezing and thawing of the sandstone, causing chunks of rock to fall away.
Here, we should just sit down and have a picture.
This is the cabin we stayed at Bryce Canyon Lodge. Well, Red Canyon looks pretty good.
Yeah. Looks like a good time to see it.
Yep. The next day we headed for Salt Lake City with a stop at Cedar Breaks National Monument. That's nice.
Yeah. It's a good thing you said something. I was looking at the car.
The road we took to Cedar Breaks took us back into the Dixie National Forest and through an area called Red Canyon.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
That's cool. Ooh, a double.
Cedar Breaks National Monument. Pretty impressive downhill.
Yeah, they didn't tell us how much it was. I don't know what you do. I guess you turn around and go back.
We got to Interstate 15 near Parowan, Utah, and headed north. After spending a couple days visiting friends and relatives, we headed east, across the Great Salt Lake Desert on Interstate 80. There's not much to see out here, just the occasional salt mining operation. At the very west edge is the Bonneville Salt Flat. Reminds me a little of Death Valley, Badwater Basin.
That is impressive.
Welcome to Nevada.
Did you see a sign?
No, but considering we have casinos all over the place, Nevada has a whole series of mountain ranges that run north-south. So we'll come over one, down into the valley, go up over the next one, down into the next valley. That appears to be a wildlife migration bridge. Looks like we're going to go under this mountain instead of over it.
Must be kind of interesting deciding whether to put a road up and over or to tunnel.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of pretty.
Yeah. Nice combination of colors.
Yep. Over the next couple of days, we crossed Nevada and into California to visit friends. Then we headed for home. It was a good trip, and we both had a fun time seeing the sights and visiting friends. While I enjoy traveling with my buddies, it is always nice to have Ann along for the trip home. You're welcome to tap the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when our next travel video will be posted.